Okay, Munch. We're going to do 2 chapters again this time together. Chapter 27 is only a few pages, and chapter 28, that's all of chapter 28 right there. Can you see it? Oop, oop. Okay, here we go. You ready? Hold on to your hat, if you have a hat. Chapter 27 of Where the Mountain Meets the Moon. Boop. With both borrowed lines, Mindley and the dragon continued their journey. Mindley remade her compass with her rabbit rice bowl and followed the needle's pointed direction. As they traveled, the land became more barren, rocky, and steep. Without trees to tame it, the wind blew wildly, burning Mindley's cheeks red with cold. The icy air shoved and pushed them as if trying to keep them back. Late in the afternoon, after traveling up stony ground, Dragon made a noise. "Look up ahead," he said. Far ahead of them seemed to be a spot of bright yellow. Against the gray landscape, it seemed like a fallen piece of gold. "Is it a forest? Trees with yellow leaves?" Mindley asked. Then she looked at the gray stones surrounding them. But what trees could grow here? "I think there is a village," Dragon said, squinting his eyes. "If there is, we can get you some warmer clothes." Even though the cold hadn't bothered the dragon, he had noticed her shivering. "We won't reach it before night," Mindley said, "but I think there's a cave up ahead. Let's stay there for the night, and tomorrow we'll try to reach the village, or whatever it is." The dragon agreed, and they made camp in the cave. The king's supply of traveling cake saved her and Dragon from hunger, but Mindley wished for the thick silk blanket. Even in the shelter of the cave, away from the wind, the earth was stark and cold. Mindley built a fire as quickly as she could and sighed as its warmth slowly heated the air. But that night, Mindley could not fall asleep. Even with the dragon snoring behind her, the fire crackling, and her blanket around her shoulders, her eyes did not close. Sorry, I got an itch. Like the stone dust that the wind blew, thoughts kept circling in her head. She kept thinking about Ma and Ba and the orphan buffalo boy. With pangs of guilt, she thought about how Ma and Ba pushed her to go home early from the field, how her rice bowl was always the first filled, how every night when she went to sleep in her warm bed she knew they were there, and how worried they must have been that now she was not. The buffalo boy didn't have that. Instead, he had a dirt floor, a pile of grass for his bed, a muddy buffalo, and a secretive friend. Yet he turned away her copper coin and laughed in the sun. Mindley couldn't quite understand it and somehow felt ashamed. But just as Mindley shook her head with confusion, there was a sudden sound outside the cave. What was that? She cocked her head. There it was again, like a low grumble of thunder. Was it going to rain? Mindley quietly got up and slipped out of the cave to see. But when she got outside, she screamed. The noise had not been the grumble of thunder. It had been the growl of a tiger. The giant tiger snarled and then jumped right at Mindley. That's the end of the chapter, Munch. Ooh. Now, chapter 28. And we're not even going to hear about Mindley. We're going to hear about Ma and Ba again. The wind screamed at Ma and Ba ate their dinner. The shutters of the house waved and slammed, shaking the house, and the light from their lantern wavered. They looked at each other and wordlessly went to the window. "There is fear in the wind," the fish said. "Great worry." "Is it a storm?" Ma asked. Ba looked at the fish. It stared at him with big eyes. "I'm not sure," Ba said. The tree branches bent in the wind violently as if being shaken by the sky. The wind shrieked again, and the cold air gusted. I don't know if that's even a word. Gusted into the house. The water in the fishbowl rippled, and the fish swayed in the bowl. Both Ma and Ba shivered. "Do you think Mindley is outside in this?" Ma faltered. "I hope not," Ba said. The wind continued to slap the house and trees. The whole earth seemed to shudder at the screeching wind. Only the moon above was still. Ba looked at Ma and saw her soundless lips move as she gazed at the moon. He knew what she was doing and did the same. "Please," he implored the moon silently, "please watch over Mindley. Please keep her safe." The moon continued to shine. That's the end of chapter 28. Okay, Munch. See you next time for chapter 29. Love you. Bye.